In the remote, frozen wilderness of Alaska, far from prying eyes, stands a sprawling, mysterious facility. A forest of massive antennas, reaching up to the sky like metallic giants. This is HAARP. Officially, it stands for the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. But to many, it's known by another name, the weather weapon. What is the truth behind this secretive project? Is it a benign research tool, or a powerful instrument capable of unimaginable destruction? Today, we pull back the curtain on one of the most persistent and compelling conspiracy theories of our time. The official story is straightforward. HAARP was built to study a part of our atmosphere called the ionosphere. This layer, stretching from about 50 to 600 miles above the Earth, is electrically charged by solar radiation. It's crucial for long-distance radio communication, as it reflects radio waves back to Earth. By heating small sections of the ionosphere with powerful radio frequency transmitters, scientists at HAARP aimed to understand its behavior better. Think of it as a controlled experiment in the sky, a way to simulate natural phenomena to improve our communication and navigation systems, like GPS. The goal was to enhance our technology and protect it from solar flares and other atmospheric disturbances. Simple enough, right? But the story doesn't end there. The moment the public learned about a military-funded project capable of shooting powerful energy beams into the sky, the questions began. Why Alaska? Its remote location and proximity to the Earth's magnetic pole made it an ideal spot for this kind of research, but it also made it conveniently hidden. As details emerged, the scope of the project fueled speculation. We're not talking about a small radio tower. HAARP consists of 180 high-frequency antennas spread over 30 acres, capable of broadcasting a staggering 3.6 megawatts of power directly into the ionosphere. To put that in perspective, that's hundreds of times more powerful than a typical commercial radio station. And when something that powerful is pointed at our delicate atmosphere, people start to wonder, what else could it do? This is where the line between science and speculation blurs, giving rise to some of the most enduring conspiracy theories. The central claim is that HAARP isn't just for research, it's a weapon capable of controlling the weather. Proponents of this theory suggest that by precisely heating the ionosphere, HAARP can manipulate the high-altitude jet streams that dictate weather patterns across the globe. Could it steer hurricanes away from one coast and towards another? Could it create prolonged droughts in one region or trigger devastating floods in another? The idea is terrifying. The power to weaponize nature itself. Suddenly, every unusual weather event, a freak snowstorm in summer, a record-breaking heat wave, a series of catastrophic tornadoes, was viewed through the lens of suspicion. Was it an act of God or an act of HAARP? But the theories don't stop at weather control. Some go even further, linking HAARP to seismic activity. The idea here is that the low-frequency electromagnetic waves generated by HAARP could penetrate deep into the Earth's crust, interacting with tectonic plates and potentially triggering earthquakes. Believers point to major earthquakes that occurred around the same time as HAARP experiments, suggesting a direct correlation. Could a facility in Alaska really shake the ground in Japan or Haiti? Mainstream seismologists dismiss this, explaining that the energy from HAARP is minuscule compared to the immense forces involved in tectonic shifts. The energy reaching the ground from the ionosphere is incredibly weak. Yet, the coincidences, as some call them, are just too striking for many to ignore. The timeline of HAARP's activity and major global disasters has been mapped out by theorists, creating a narrative that's hard to shake, even if it lacks hard scientific proof. Perhaps the most dystopian theory of all is mind control. This idea suggests that HAARP's powerful electromagnetic waves could be used to manipulate human thoughts and emotions on a massive scale. The concept sounds like pure science fiction, but it's rooted in a field of research known as psychoacoustics and bioelectromagnetics. The theory posits that specific low frequencies can resonate with the human brain, inducing states of fear, apathy, or anger. Could a government use HAARP to pacify a restless population or incite aggression in an enemy? While there is no credible evidence to support this, the very idea taps into our deepest fears about technological overreach and loss of personal autonomy. The thought that an invisible force could be influencing our minds is the stuff of nightmares, and for some, HAARP is the tool that makes that nightmare a potential reality. Adding fuel to the fire was the project's original funding. HAARP was a joint venture between the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Navy, and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA. Whenever DARPA is involved, you know the project has potential military applications. DARPA is famous for developing cutting-edge, often futuristic technology for national defense. Their involvement immediately raised red flags. The military claimed its interest was purely defensive, understanding the ionosphere to protect military communications and satellite systems. But critics argue that any technology developed for defense can just as easily be used for offense. The military's deep involvement and the project's classified nature created a perfect storm of suspicion. For years, access to the site was heavily restricted, and information was tightly controlled, leaving the public to fill in the blanks with their own worst fears. Then, in 2014, something unexpected happened. The U.S. Air Force announced it was shutting down HAARP. The official reason was that the project had completed its research objectives and was no longer cost-effective to maintain. The facility was officially transferred to the University of Alaska Fairbanks in 2015 for academic research. Case closed, right? Not for the conspiracy community. Many believe the shutdown was just a smokescreen. They argue that the project didn't end. It just went dark. The technology and knowledge gained were simply moved to other, even more secret locations. Or the facility itself continues to operate covertly. Some even claim that the public transfer to a university was a clever PR move to quell suspicion, while the real work continued behind the scenes, funded through black budgets. The shutdown, instead of ending the conspiracies, only created a new chapter in the HAARP saga. So, where does that leave us? On one side, we have the scientific community, which largely debunks these claims as pseudoscience. They argue that the energy HAARP produces is like a drop in the ocean compared to the energy our sun pumps into the ionosphere every second. They insist that controlling weather or triggering earthquakes with this technology is simply impossible under the known laws of physics. They see HAARP as a misunderstood but valuable scientific instrument, unfairly demonized by a public prone to sensationalism. On the other side, we have a vocal community of skeptics and researchers who believe that the official story is a cover-up. They point to declassified documents, witness testimonies, and strange environmental phenomena as evidence that something more is going on. They argue that we are being deliberately kept in the dark about a technology that could change the world, for better or for worse. Ultimately, the truth about HAARP may be somewhere in the middle, or it may be more complex than either side imagines. Is it a harmless research station? A powerful weapon of mass destruction? Or a scapegoat for our anxieties about technology, government secrecy, and a world that often feels chaotic and out of control? The forest of antennas still stands in the Alaskan ice, pointing silently toward the sky. They may be studying the heavens, or they may be controlling our world. The answer, for now, remains hidden, perhaps in the data that has yet to be released, or perhaps forever lost in the ionized layers high above our heads. What do you think? Is HAARP a victim of its own mysterious image, or is there a genuine secret being kept from us all? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the world's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the unexplained. Thanks for watching.